Is TJ Dillashaw on the phone with us?
Yes, I am.
Hey, TJ, you're talking to Jim and Matt. How are you, buddy?
Doing good. How about you?
Good, man. Really good. Where are you now?
Somewhere windy?
I'm out in, I'm out in Denver, Colorado. I just got done with practice. No, that's my truck.
Oh, that's
I need to change, to change my tires.
I was going to say, you got the top down?
Nah, man. No, it's just always noisy. I got a lift on my truck, and my tires need to be changed out.
Now, do you like Denver? I mean, you left from California to go to Denver. How do you like living there?
I love it out here, man. I'm building a house. I'm building my dream home right now on a lake. Walking out my backyard and jump in the boat. I'm pumped, man.
So you kind of like it. So when you left Alpha Male, was the location you were going to just to train with who you're training with, or did you also love the idea of going to Denver itself?
No, it was just for training. I'm born and raised in California. I've always been in California. Came out here to Denver I was doing my camps out here with Dwayne Ludwig. I didn't even plan on moving out here. I was just planning on doing my camps out here. I was planning on doing camp for my fights, 8 weeks, 10 weeks or something like that with Dwayne. And then I still had my house in Sacramento. I'd be living in California. But, unfortunately that situation didn't really work out with Urijah and Team Alpha Male. They didn't want me jumping back and forth. So they kind of gave me an ultimatum. I got to choose one. So that's when I decided to sell my house and move out here.
And TJ, you said an ultimatum. Now of course we have to ask you. Urijah put out a Instagram video, which you may or may not have seen. He said, "Sad to see my former friend TJ Dillashaw lie about me on national television to save his reputation. He knows there was no ultimatum. He got lured by money." Why would Urijah come out and say that? I thought it was funny. He showed that video, but never once did it say that I chose to be there rather than what I was talking about was a sit. So I had already been gone. I came back to Sacramento to finish selling my house. I had already rented a place out in Denver. I was already in the middle of camp. I came back to finish selling my house in Sacramento, and one of my friends at the time, Justin Buckles, I knew I was in town, asked me to come on the podcast and talk about life and what's going on with me and me being in Denver. And that was just me talking about the situation. Just because I was getting sponsored by Muscle Farm didn't mean that I was going to move my entire life to Denver. So that's a bold-faced lie, and he knows it because I took him to lunch the day I decided to tell him, because I was going back and forth to my fight camps. I was doing 4 weeks in Denver, 4 weeks in Sacramento, going back and forth. And it was every time I came back from Denver, I realized that my training was better in Denver than it was in Sacramento at the time. So I told him, I was like, "Look, man, my next camp, I'm going to do my full camp out in Denver." And that's when he kind of flipped the lid. He just knew that. I think it was a way of him creating drama to try to get a title fight. I had the belt at the time. So really he's just being a bold-faced liar because I took him to lunch and told him about it. He's the one that gave me the ultimatum. I left the gym in tears, man. I even when he gave me the ultimatum, I was coming in to watch practices because I wasn't allowed to practice, and he said I couldn't do that anymore either. So he full on just kicked me out of the gym, and he can say whatever he wants, man. He knows what the truth is. I know what the truth is. All the guys there saw me leaving. It wasn't something that I wanted. I didn't choose this. Is there any when you look back on the situation? We all go through these things in life. Does it make you angry or does it make you sad? Is there a possibility of a reconciliation someday? Obviously not at this point, but how do you feel about that, or has the ship sailed on that?
Oh, it makes me sad, man. I had friends that I thought I was going to have for life, for best friends that I made for 6 years being there, some guys that I put some hard work in with, and guys like Justin Buckles, who I was in every one of his corners for his fight. He was in mine, and Danny Castillo, and then all of a sudden he gets cut from the UFC, and he flips the script, and now he's on the other side and doesn't stick up for me. So I feel like it's more sad than angry, just because I am going to lose some guys that I cared about,
How do you feel about Urijah going into the Hall of Fame, even though there's some bad blood between you guys?
When I was in wrestling in college, I had this guy I looked up to when he was fighting, someone that made it from the wrestling background, wrestled at UC Davis, and he paved the way for us, man. He was a very popular small guy, the first one, and been around for a long time. So, yeah, he definitely deserves it.
I was going to bring up, TJ, there's a lot of talk of you guys sparring in the video of Cody catching you. Now, I don't want to talk about if it happened, if it didn't happen, because personally, I feel like what should happen in the training room should pretty much stay there. At the time when you guys were sparring, you guys were teammates. So it's almost like in jiu-jitsu, you don't want to like tap and tell. It's kind of like bad etiquette. What do you feel about them bringing up, the fact of them having a tape of a sparring session? Because not for nothing, there could be other sparring sessions where you had the better of them and stuff.
Well, TJ, before you answer, can I just say to the people who are listening who might not be aware that Cody put a video on Instagram saying, hey, TJ, let's put an end to this. I'm going to go out and get as much money from the video of me knocking you out. How about you pick a charity and I'll donate the money to it? He's claiming he knocked you out in a video and spar just to catch people up.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, I should have set that up.
Yeah, and I'm telling him to go for it, release it, because I, for one, don't believe it. Even if he did, I agree with Matt. I think it's petty. I think they're reaching. It's something like we put this time and sweat and tears into the gym, and he's got this one clip of him doing good. And what about the 70% of the time of when I was doing awesome? That Buckles has footage of. But you know what? Like, to bring up the whole point of what Matt's saying too is that I could care less what happened then. Because I get to make on pay-per-view some film of me beating Cody's ass that the world's going to see, and I'm going to make a lot more than selling it to TMZ. So they can do whatever they want with the practice room, because we all know how it went down. So I could care less. Release the footage. The charity should be something with kids without fathers, so they don't grow up to act like Cody.
Oh, okay. It is. Who was it that Cormier fought? Who said he made? Was it Pat Cummins who said he made Cormier, Cormier beat him? So it didn't really matter what goes on. It seems like when you're both working out.
Yeah, man, 100%. But I mean, it doesn't. It's a whatever thing. They're just trying to create drama,
And TJ, let me ask you too, because you're such an interesting fighter to watch. And you and Dominic had such a great fight. He won the decision. Cody beat Dominic. What do you think he figured out or adjusted to that you might not have? Because they were both very good fights.
Two things, man. First thing was Cruz didn't look like himself. He looked emotional. He fought angry. He stayed in the pocket. He didn't fight like his normal self. And two, Cody had a very smart fight, man. He fought well. I thought he was the one who was going to get emotional, and he waited for Dominic. He didn't try chasing him around the ring and playing into his footwork. Dominic was either all the way out or all the way in. He didn't use feints on the in between. He didn't keep Cody guessing. He just kind of bum rushed in and tried, for the first time ever, trying to knock someone out, I felt like, and it didn't go very well for him.
Did Cody look any better to you than when you guys used to work together? Did you notice, oh man, this guy improved, or you think you're going to put it more to the fact that maybe Dom wasn't himself?
No, he's definitely getting better, man. I mean, he's training all the time. Everyone's getting better. You got to expect him to get better. You got to expect the best fighter possible when you step out there. I can't think that he's some chump. You know what I mean? Like, he's good, man. He's gotten better. I still think there's some big holes in his game, but he's gotten better.
Is there something we had discussed this too? Because Dominic was always very, very good in getting in people's psyche and getting in their heads. And it seems like Cody got to him. Now, you and Cody have this, obviously a very strong dislike, or there's some animosity that feels very real. How does that not affect you?
Oh, because I just know it's all petty. I don't get into that stuff, I mean, as you've seen from the first episode, I think as you'll see throughout the entire season, that's just not my style, I mean, he can do whatever he wants, but I can tell that his is like made up and needs it. He needs that anger, needs that fuel to fight. And I'm just going to laugh him off because it's comical to me. It's comical how obsessed Cody and Team Alpha Male are with me in my life. Fighters leave camps all the time. What I did happens on a daily basis, but these guys are just obsessed about me being happy in my life. It's like I said, it's like a divorce you go through, and this one of the people who go through the divorce is so angry that they want to make your life miserable, and they're just trying. So I find it funny, man, that they're wasting their energy on it. And that's just going to keep me level-headed, just knowing that I made the right choice. They're making themselves look like idiots, and I made the right choice, man. When
he grabbed you by the neck, I mean, were you hurt at all when he did that? I mean, that's a pretty rough thing to do to somebody, just to grab the neck. That's a pretty...
No, not at all, man. I mean, it was like a half a second, I mean, I instantly broke it off and was trying to go after him, but it was not. I mean, the guy's a hothead. He wants to start drama, but he's not witty enough to make these good comebacks. So he just wants to create conflict and get aggressive. He's just not a good person.
Well, you're fighting for the bantamweight championship. It's right now listed as the co-main on 213, July the 8th in Las Vegas. A tremendous tremendous fight.
You got to try to get there.
Dude, this is a fight everyone wants to see. I like both of you guys a lot. You're both great fighters. You've never put on a boring fight in your life. Who did you fight? Was it Renan Barão when Rogan said it was the best performance he'd ever seen? I mean, just incredible, dude. So listen, good luck in Vegas, man, and we hope you have a great fight. And we look forward to watching you and speaking to you again.
Yeah, TJ.
I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
All right, TJ, take care of yourself, man.
Take care, homie.